This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
24-22, set point for Tonganoxie. Near side, Smoots gets the kill and closes out the first set, 25-22. Allie Brown sent it over. Dale, Baldock, near side, Engelhardt, light touch, gets it to go. Sent over, dug up by Pankey. Finley again, gets it to go. Tonganoxie looking to hold on, take this first set and set the tempo, and that will do it right there. Good kill by Abby Schooler, the sophomore.
This is Chieftain Volleyball on your home for Tonganoxie High School Athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Kicking off week 2 coverage here of Tonganoxie Sports Live inside Chieftain Arena here at the high school. Chieftain Volleyball coming up in just about 6.5 minutes, and it's presented by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Dylan Funk, Dennis Dredden here inside the gym with you fellas, and one of 2 volleyball matches coming up on the docket, at least without, we don't know what postseason matchups we got coming up down the line, but at least 2 regular season matchups here for this volleyball squad. Partner once again led by head coach Kyle South, and then 7 seniors returning at the helm for the squad this year, which many, if you look across Keisha, a lot of their articles and stuff across 4A, saying this Tonganoxie team with those 7 seniors input and a really strong junior class too, this could be a really good contending class. Obviously 4A has been belonging to Bishop Miege for the longest time among many, many others, but Tongi, they could be one of those teams that if you see them later on at Salina for a state tournament, not many people are going to be very surprised.
Yeah, they got a good mix of size and athleticism on this team. So, they have a chance to make a solid run, I think, partner. As
we continue our coverage here, S&S Body pregame show. Check out more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Already off to a good start this season. They are 2-1. They won their first 2 matches of the season the opening week in 6 straight sets, so they wasted very little time. They're on the road last night at Pacer Linwood, face a very tough 5A Lady Bobcat squad that's expected to make a lot of noise when it comes to state tournament time in the 5A bracket. Losing there, dropping 2 sets. They only played 3, so it's just a special kind of 3-set match. Tongi losing it 2-1. But they come back here, quick turnaround, and they host the Paola Panthers, who, Denny, we saw a lot of the top contenders for volleyball last year. We saw Lewisburg, we saw Spring Hill both in here. Spring Hill eventually ended up winning the whole league with Lewisburg not far behind. And then you had Paola and Tonganoxie that were kind of that next echelon of kind of teams in the league. And Paola already under the belt. Opening of the season, they faced Spring Hill at Spring Hill, and they beat them in 4 sets. And then they 3 straight set sweep against Leavenworth. So the Panthers coming in riding high, 2-0, and again looking to be another team to make some noise here in the Frontier League and potentially in Class 4A. This should be a really fun one tonight.
Yeah, that's a great start for the Panthers. Coming off, if you go into Spring Hill's house and beat them, that's saying something, partner.
Yeah,
as we all know. But I really have a lot of confidence in this Tonganoxie Chieftains team. They really have some good athletes and some good size, so I really expect a great one.
Going to see 2 squads really led by powerful senior classes with some good mixing of underclassmen support, especially on the Paola side. We'll talk about that and more when we come back here in the S&S Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Chieftain Volleyball coming up in a matter of moments.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
We're back here wrapping up our coverage in the SNS Body pregame show. And before we get much further, Denny, real quick, we want to take a look at what's coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live tonight, presented by Wizard of Paola, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpaolastongi.com. We're here for volleyball tonight, on the road, football on Friday at Spring Hill. That should be a dandy of a matchup. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as we wrap up our volleyball coverage here tonight. More football next week, the homecoming game at home against Lansing, third game in the past calendar year between the Lions and the Chieftains. Should be a fun one. Always is on homecoming night, I feel like. And then first soccer matchup is going to be coming up a little later this month, September 25th, as they will have the home match against Ottawa coming up. And as always, if you guys want to watch more Chieftains soccer, I highly recommend to the Tonganoxie Soccer YouTube channel. They are at every match. They are live streaming, no commentary, but they do live stream the event, all the matches, home and away, everywhere in between, weekdays, weekends. They do a great job at it. So for the games that we're not there to provide the commentary for Chieftain Soccer, I highly recommend going to the Tonganoxie Soccer YouTube channel. But again, Chieftain Volleyball tonight presented by Kansas Insurance. We are just getting ready to meet the starting lineups, I would imagine, here in any moment. And the big story of tonight is going to be talking about this senior group, and our player spotlight brought to you by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. 7 seniors for the Chieftains, Denny, and all eyes going to be on Finley Ricky, the future commit to Washburn University.
Yeah, no question. We just saw her in warm-ups, and, man, she's got a lot of pace on her kill shots. So, yeah, she's going to be one to watch at the net tonight, no question about it.
So you saw in that open with the highlights we mixed in, there was a lot of Finley Ricky highlights there, and that is for really great reason. Again, this Chieftain squad, led by head coach Kyle South for the second year, did not lose a whole lot of seniors last year. Vital seniors, of course, Bailey Eichelhart and a few others, but they returned a really good core of last year's juniors, now this year's seniors, and they got another good group of juniors in the mix here, ready to wreak havoc here in 4A. We will meet the starting lineups when we return, as you've been watching the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First, we have a senior, number 14, Vanessa Haas. A junior, number 16, Kinsley Meinig. A senior, number 25, Elsie Blackmore. A freshman, number 6, Berkeley Meinig. A junior, number 9, Ellie Thrachel. A sophomore, number 12, Charlie Stanchfield. And the libero, a senior, number 1, Kaylee Crawford. The Panthers are coached by Senora Martin. And now for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. A junior, number 7, Reese Schmidt. A junior, number 13, Addie Schooler. A sophomore, number 2, Ashlyn Rooney. A senior, number 6, Finley Ricky. A senior, number 8, Charlie Craig. A senior, number 9, Kalia Baldock. And your libero, a senior, number 0, Caitlin Dale. Coached by Kyle South. Good luck to both teams.
I mean, compare just that starting lineup for the Chieftains there, Denny, with the exception of, just a couple of names. We talked about Bruni being in the lineup now. Reese Schmidt, the junior. We seem pretty impressed with her at the net and her attacking ability or her warm-up. So interested to see how that gets worked in. But with all the, Schooler, Baldock, and Charlie Crane, Caitlin Dale, the libero. We've already talked about Finley Ricky. This has the makings of a team that could definitely run the gauntlet of the Frontier League, one of the best volleyball leagues in all of 4A and in the Kansas City metro area, if you do ask me. And they had the chance to come out as champions of that and potentially make a playoff run that could end all the way in Salina. We'll just have to wait and see. Still fairly early. We're not even 2 weeks through into the season, but that just shows the expectations for this team. That's right around where they're at. Again, second-year head coach Kyle South leading the team this year once again for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Has some couple of years at the college level of experience, kind of assistant coaching, volunteer coaching around Oral Roberts and University of Kansas City, Missouri. He's found his way here to Tonganoxie, and I'm sure all the administrators and the volleyball team here at THS very happy to have him. Obviously, he's got something brewing here, and he's got a great, talented group of young ladies ready to make something happen this year. It looks like Paola's going to open up with the first serve to get us started here this evening. Vanessa Haas, a senior, back to send it away as liberos are checking in. Caitlin Dale just now onto the Chieftain side of the court, and your libero for Paola tonight, I believe, if I heard correctly, was Kaylee Crawford. As back is Haas. She sends it over to net, and here we go in this one. Chieftain volleyball on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And blocked at the net. We talked a lot about the height of this Chieftain team, Denny, and it's going to be a big advantage for them. As the season goes along, right there in the middle, Schooler just sends it over, but still kept alive. Dale is right there. Baldock setting it up near side. Little shovel push over by Reese Schmidt. And right out of the gate, a good volley here. Off the forearm, but just stays in enough.
Yeah, that was a nice dig, though, by Paola.
Nobody wants to surrender at this point. Baldock gets tripped up, and it's kept alive, but it's going to be an illegal fourth hit, and that's how that rally came to an end. My goodness. As it was Baldock coming in, believe she got tripped up on the feet of Ashlyn Bruni, and that is how Paola gets the first point of this match, of this set. That's any indication for how this match is going to go. We could be in for a fun one, Dick.
Yeah, sure could.
First of two broadcasts this week here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics. Again, great effort by Paola to get it back over the net. Schooler's going to go a little long on the kill attempt. And just the start you want here for Paola. Great hustle all around on their side of the court, and it has got them out to an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, they made a couple of great digs on some kill shots with a lot of pace on them. So good defense so far by Paola.
Haas again on the serve. Baldock trying to catch him off guard, and it's going to go out of play, but it works out nonetheless. But still, great effort again on the side of Paola. The libero, Kaylee Crawford, another senior for this Panthers squad, who returned 5 total on their team compared to the 7 for Tonganoxie. Reese Schmidt will check out, and back to serve as specialist Abigail Myers, one of the 7 seniors we just mentioned. Coach South likes to bring her in these kind of opportunities, go in and serve and defend along that back line. Sent over, great dig, going down to a knee, right at the net. Easy play, but man, Paola's not giving up anything easy tonight.
They are not.
That one into the net.
And you can see with Tonganoxie's size on that front line, they're trying to do some of the little push shots and finesse shots to stay away from the blocks.
Another serve on the way from Myers, and it goes out. So a service error puts Paola back in front, 3-2. Still early here. Opening set, best of 5 we're going to play in this varsity duel, as it always is. Chieftains enjoying a nice bit of some home cooking here, playing on the home floor. They'll be back later this Thursday. It's a busy week for the Chieftains. Their side, that's going to go high into the rafter, but still playable for Paola. Able to get it back over as it's sent by Kane. And I had to wait on a little extra half step was Ricky, so couldn't get everything behind that kill attempt. Blocked at the net, sent back over. Heads up play. I believe Charlie Crane was the one that got a hold on that. No, Ashlyn Brune, excuse me. Great play by her nonetheless. Dale's going to set it up near side, shoved over, and that's going to go out of play off a Panther defender, and the point will go towards Tonganoxie.
And I tell you what, these are a couple of pretty well-matched teams right here, partner.
No doubt about it. Getting the point closed out there at the end. Finley, Ricky, again, busy week here for this Chieftain team. Tomorrow, their C team on the road at Olathe North for a tournament, and then the varsity be back on the floor this coming Thursday, September 11th. They host from the UKC, the DeSoto Wildcats. Should be another entertaining one there. After that, the home match is Thursday. You're looking at 1, 2, 3 more home matches for Tongi, including Thursday, October 9th. That is their final home match in senior nights. They host the Braves. And another good tip over here by Paola, getting across the fingertips of that frontline defense of Tongi, and neither team letting the other get too far away. Tied again here at 4. Libero Crawford back to serve. Just missing on that one. An illegal fourth hit, so that point will go towards Paola. Oh, and now a nice ace just tailing off there at the end for Crawford. nothing much more you can do there on that Chieftains side. And third straight serve coming from Crawford, her team up by 2. Paola flying high early in this one. A lot of confidence. Blocked, but out of bounds.
Nice hit there. Is that Addie Schooler? I think
it was Finley.
Oh, it was Finley.
Lee Ricky, yep. Adlin Johnson fresh into the game now for Coach South. Brune back to serve. And that one will go wide off the forearms of Brune and out of play. But we mentioned it with Finley Ricky and the way that she can just kind of get behind one and put it over the net. It's like she drew the attention of Washburn University. I'm sure there were other colleges that were wanting her services at the next level, but she ends up committing to be an Ichabod this time come the fall of 2026. But looking to cap off a terrific high school career here at Tonganoxie. Of course, played under her older sister, Lucy Ricky. Also was a really great player for this Chieftain volleyball team for the past 2-3 years or so.
Yeah, they were a pretty fierce tandem when they were shared the court.
Mm-hmm. Chieftains trying to tie it here. Ricky will now go back to serve as she sends it over. Sent over by Trashel. Down near side, and that back line kept alive by Crawford to Libero. It was a sent over for Reese Schmidt. Also had some zip on that one. Now Johnson far side, but Crawford's there again. Libero all over the place for Paola. And a block got out of bounds as Johnson got a hold of it along with Charlie Crane, but it goes out of bounds. And again, back to a 2-point advantage here for the Panthers. And that one was just a miscommunication on the Paola defense between, number 3, Wintershed there, along with number 9, Thrashel. And they thought that was going to be going a little longer or that the other was going to get it. Instead, they both leave it play, and the ball splits the middle gap and right into that zone with plenty of room to spare. Probably one of the easiest kills that Finley's going to pick up on this year. Again, Chieftains back in by 1, just trying to tie it up here, looking for back-to-back points. Johnson far side, kept alive. Crawford again in on the mix for Paola. With the elevation, Eddie Schooler.
Nicely done there by Eddie.
That'll get it done just about every time out on the floor. Tied up again at 8. Chieftains, the C team and the JV team won their matches against the C and JV teams of Paola for 3 sets apiece. Obviously, the varsity squad looking to do that here. And early indications here, this could be one that could go to a 4th or potential 5th set with how close these two teams have been playing each other in this first set.
Yeah, no question.
Sanchfield on the serve right at Myers. He dug it up. Now kill attempt into the net. It goes for Schmidt.
That set was just a little bit too far away from the net, I believe.
Now 1 too long. So Schmidt into the net the last time. Now this time she goes just a little bit too long, trying to calibrate in. And Paola, for the short while, is out to their largest lead at 3. Another serve from Stanchfield. Ricky this time. That one goes too long. So the Chieftain team may be a little amped up, and Coach South might want to take a timeout here, and he will. So 4 straight points here for the Panthers. Breaks the tie and puts them in front for their largest lead of the match at 4, 12-8. Here in the best of 5, set 1 on Tongi Sports Live.
The same look look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi?
They took about 12 seconds. I was still up to that timeout. Both teams came out early, and a good response here for Addie Schooler, who splits the gap and gets a kill for the Chieftains. That was 4 straight points rattled off by Paola, forcing Tongi to take their first of 2 timeouts this set. And that's a good response right out of the gate there. Denny puts them back within 3, side out, back over to Tonganoxie, and Baldock back to serve it away. Here it goes over the net. And Paola not going to let the momentum ride too long with Tongi. Another side out. Haas again to serve. She was the first server of the match. Got us started. And just some miscommunication there on the Chieftain side of the net. Between Schooler and Brune as far as who was going to be the one to come up and possibly send that one over, not on the same page.
Yeah.
Another into the net here for Schmidt.
Chieftains can't afford these unforced errors. They're letting this first set get away from them.
This is by far the longest stretch that either team has had, obviously. We were once tied at 8-8, and now a 7-1 run later. Here comes Paola. Line drive serve from Haas. A little offline near the bench. Brune able to keep it alive, and Ricky gets it over, just scraping over the top of the net. Crisis averted here for the Chieftains. Ricky and Baldock colliding with each other. They go near side. Brune still keeps it alive, but no one there on the rebound. And right now, Denny, to me, here within the last about 2-3 minutes or so, this Chieftain team just kind of looks a little out of sorts.
Yeah, they do. Unusual for a senior-laden team.
Trying to get it back. That'll help. That'll go into the stands and out of play. Hard on the kill is Brune. Got a side out back to Tonganoxie. I think he was chatting just a little bit with Coach South during that kind of pregame between the C game and the JV match. And, was talking they had a great camp and really liking, the senior leadership being brought back. It's not hard to tell. This is a group of girls that love to be around each other. They love to play the sports and just have fun with it, but right now not having the most fun as it's these unforced errors, the service errors, and the miscommunication as far as I'm going to set it up, who's going to send it over. Well, nobody's home. It's those things that are really killing the team. Like you mentioned, very strange for a team that's bringing back 7 seniors and the majority of them out there on the floor at any given time. My goodness.
Another one.
That time it was the senior libero, Caitlin Dale, that was setting it up, and nobody was home on there. 18-10, Paola inching closer to maybe taking set 1 here. We'll see what happens when we return on Tongi Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Chieftains back on the attack here. Looking to put a stunt in this Paola Panther run. There's another tip is going to go out of bounds and another point towards the Panthers. So you go back down, it was 8-8. And at that point, as the match was going along, it was kind of neither team couldn't get a point or two ahead. And then it was tied at 8-8. It was a 7-1 run in the middle of a one timeout take for Coach South. Now all of a sudden it's up 19-10, 1 point away from cracking 20. Tonganoxie burnt their second timeout, so they have none remaining. Paola all 2. And it's just been, so far, the Panthers, they've been showing great hustle tonight so far, and the communication's been on point, and it's been more of the Chieftains as they get the point there, but uncharacteristically, it's those errors, the mental mistakes, the actual mistakes out on the court that's been hurting them the most, trying to, it's still early here, again, best of 5, so a way to try to put that behind them and try to move forward strong. Here's Dale on the serve. Libero to Ribeiro. She sends it to Crawford. Blocked at the net. That's a good answer. I know it's to be point awarded to Paola.
I thought that was blocked out of bounds. Guess not.
I think he's about to redact it and say. That was Coach South. He was wanting clarification as, did it just go out or was it touched? And I guess here they're just going to say that it was not touched and went out of bounds that way. That's nonetheless, back 9-point lead, and it's going to go up to 10 here for Paola. Frustration continuing to set in over on that Chieftain bench and on that Chieftain side of the court, and a lot of some kind of stunned surprise faces here. This was a matchup of two teams that were expected to make noise in 4A, and especially in the Frontier League. But for Paola, they have just taken advantage of these mistakes that the Chieftains have plagued themselves with.
Well, and they've also played excellent defense.
No doubt. We're going to get a net violation on Ricky that time. Again, another point for Paola. Ball stays on that side. And I'm glad you brought that up, Duke, because I'm not trying to discredit Paola by any means. I mean, they've looked like a team that is just
reckoned with.
No doubt. Middle of the net. Chieftain's there to keep it alive. Our side, Broom blocked at the net, out of bounds. Let Chieftain point.
I think if you ask these Tongi players, that they're going to agree with us that they're hurting themselves with unforced errors.
Oh, no doubt.
But that's taking nothing away from Paola. When they do play well, they're getting defensed really well.
I mean, if you want an example of the great hustle and the defense and the communication, how it's been so fluid for Paola, I would just go back to the first serve of this opening set. I mean, then we had a volley that went on for nearly a full minute and a half of real time, and it was just when you thought Tongi had an answer, they were going to get a kill. There was a great dig, and then a rebound and a follow for Paola. Not going to happen there, as Tongi now has the deficit under 10. A large task ahead of them here to take this first set, but not impossible.
Yeah, still a steep hill to climb, but headed in the right direction anyway, at least for now.
Ruin another serve, low arcing, but able to be dug up. And eventually sent over by Meinig. One of two Meinig sister. It's Kinsley Meinig, the junior. Came through on the dig. Crawford on the dig this time. And over on that far side.
Wow, now see, that's unbelievable defense there. But
you could say that again. This has been incredible. So fun to watch. Far side, and it pays off with a kill. Vanessa Haas, and things are brewing here for the Panthers, 2 away from claiming this first set. Cameron Wintershed, the junior, back to serve, sends it over to Caitlin Dale. Now Brune, far side to Ricky at the net, not going to be sent back over. And that's got to feel good for Finley Ricky, as now she will go back to serve.
That's all you need in a run.
Tipped at the net. Ricky keeps it alive, down to a knee. Eventually sent back over. That was good work there on the front. That was Charlie Crane that got a piece of it, and Ricky sent it over on the last.
Another nice possession by the Libero for Paola.
Off the forearm and goes out of bounds of Reese Schmidt and out of the antenna and out of play. And set point here now for the Panthers. Paola has looked mighty impressive here in this first set. Schmidt right at her. It's going to go awry and out of play. Ellen Trashel on the dig attempt, but it does not go. And part of it to the sheer velocity coming off of that last spike from Reese Schmidt. And now, non-negotiable here. You want to take this first set, got to go on a big run here. Rattle off 9, 10, even 11 points you need just to win it outright. And you got to win each set by 2 points. There for the Chieftains, Brune now. Ricky, far side, Johnson overhand hit, right at Crawford. This one will just be sent over by Pitzer. Quick touch, but Schooler's there to keep it alive. Looking for Schooler again, and it was kind of between her and Reese Schmidt, and it falls into a zone, and Paola will take the first set, 25-15.
Did not see that on my scorecard, partner.
Did not see it either, but nonetheless, Chieftains will look to regroup and recover here. Set 2 coming up after we return on Tongi Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, Chieftain Volleyball tonight presented by Kansas Insurance. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, and It was 15-25. Chieftains dropping the opening set to the Paola Panthers. So Paola 1 set to none advantage. Getting ready to start set number 2. Liberos getting ready to check in for their respective teams. And Denny, I think the big takeaway from that first set is, one, the great defense of Paola, the great hustle. And on the Chieftains side, it was the mistakes and the errors. You got to try to find a way to clean up on those.
Yeah, and when the Chieftains were fortunate enough to get a good kill shot going, man, Paola was digging some amazing shots.
It's kind of like a double whammy there. You're having the errors, and we got to just trying to simplify the game, get it back over the net, find the zones, and execute. And you finally do, and then you just have the great defense. It's just like, oh my goodness, well we can't win either way. Got to just find a way to overcome that. These are two great teams, two great head coaches, great talent on both sides.
This is where your senior leadership needs to come into play here.
No doubt.
They need to talk it up and rally the troops here for this second set.
As we will see how the rest of this match will play out. Obviously, still plenty of time for the Chieftains. This is only their third set that they have dropped. That opening set, 15-25 out of now 10. So, still, if you can win 7 out of every 10 sets you play in a season, you're going to be a very successful team. But definitely do not want to come home here. You already had the match loss last night in 3 sets to Basler and Linwood. You don't want to come home tonight, suffer another loss. At least have tomorrow night to recoup, and then back home Thursday against what's going to be another tough test in DeSoto.
Well, not only that, partner, but you've got to defend. You've got to hold serve when you're playing against a division or a league foe on your home court.
Hold serve. Is that a volleyball pun you just threw out there? I like it. I know it's a traditional term that's just said, but it bodes well here.
Mostly tennis.
In this sport, like that too. Again, first point going over to the Panthers. Action at near the net. Now back to serve, Charlie Stanchfield. Baldock sets it up for Ricky. Good defense again, but just goes way out of play, and no Panther able to make a play on it.
Good angle on that shot. Tough to defend. And with plenty of velocity on it.
Middle, and that goes wide. The send over from Elsie Blackmore, a senior, goes too long across that back line, and the Chieftains hold an early lead here, looking to build on it. Haven't had this opportunity very much so far in this match.
There's one of those unforced errors. Rearing that's ugly head.
Service error by Ricky, side out to Paola. Tied again at 2 apiece. Haas on the serve right at Dale. Baldock sets it up for Brune on the far side, and right at Haas, she keeps it alive. Far side, deflected at the net, kept alive here for the Chieftains. And right near the line, and it clips it, so that'll be point Tonganoxie. As Reese Schmidt and everybody kind of had to hold their breath for a second to see how the judge was going to rule that. But he said he just got enough of that boundary. Side out, Caitlin Dale. And the Chieftains, she sends it over. Near side, blocked at the net.
But it was blocked out of bounds.
Good effort nonetheless. Tied again at 3. Missed touch there from Ricky, but Dale able to keep it alive, but can't tap it over as Schmidt. Again, it goes into the net.
Another unforced error.
Yeah, it seemed like that possession was kind of doomed from the start as Ricky kind of misplayed it on the initial dig attempt, but was still able to get it over to the front line to Schmidt, but just sent it right into the net. So Paola back in front by 1, and this one is going to go on the back line and touch. It will stay on the Panther side. Serve from Kinsley Meinig, Baldock, quick shove and a quick kill for the Chieftains and Charlie Crane. And a much needed one there.
Yeah, much needed side out.
Brings in Adlin Johnson back into the set. Bruin on the serve, and another service error for Tongi. Closing in on a handful already in this match.
That's just 2 in this set. I unofficially have 4 unforced errors so far for the Chieftains.
Schmidt will just send it over, but it's too long. Heads up play from Kaylee Crawford to libero to realize it was going long and let it go out of play. Just trying to find that moment for this Chieftain squad to just settle in and take a deep breath and play their brand of volleyball. See if that could help. A forced error, unforced error. The service error to Crawford on the other side.
Take advantage of those. Now you need to try and go on a little run here if you can.
Here's the junior Natalie Loving, number 4, that's going to go back to serve for Tongi. First time we've gotten to call her name tonight. Still anybody set here in set 2. Panthers 1-0 lead. 5-7 here in the second. And it's going to go 6-7 as the Panthers not able to get it over.
Rare miscue there by the Panthers.
For the team without a doubt coming in this point in this match, if one has been far the most fluid, the most efficient on the communication with one another, knowing where everyone's at on the floor, and just overall execution. It's gone to the Panthers by far, but little hiccup there. Can the Chieftains take advantage of it? Point away from Tyne. Good block at the net.
Yeah, that was another good defense by the Panthers.
Collective effort from Thrashell and Stanchfield, both on that front line, denying the kill attempt. Again, it was Crane that got behind it. And just when the Panthers needed an effective side out, back to a 2-point lead for them. High in the air, Ricky on the overhand, hit, deflected, knocked around. Panther defense on top of it. This one blocked at the net, but out of bounds. You see just Coach South kind of talking to his team out there, just saying, let's settle in, calm down, and try to coach his team up, keep them in this one. Dale will just send it over. Set up, light touch. There on the set is Bruin. Now Dale near side to Ricky. On the kill attempt, and she will get it. Finley Ricky. Little too low on the dig attempt for Kaylee Crawford. And a side out for Tongi.
Badly needed side out there.
And that looked more like the vintage Chieftain volleyball squad we've come to know over the past season or two. Crane will serve and off the top of the net. Third service error this set. And just like that, the Chieftains will answer with a side out of their own. It was right around this point in the first set where Paola really went full throttle and put the distance between themselves and Tongi to eventually win the first set by 10, 15-25. Right around this 8 to 10 point margin. Let's see if anything happens here in the second set. Near the net, but room for Baldock as she shoves it over, avoids the net violation. And that will go off her forearm and out of play. Kill is good for Thrashel once again. She's been all over the place here for Paola. Offensively, defensively, it doesn't matter. Sanchfield to serve. Just clipped the top of the net. That's an ace. And I always say if that's one of those moves, one of those plays, the serves, or if you can effectively do it 10 out of 10 times, just clip it off the top of the net and let the chips fall where they may, you'd be nearly unstoppable. That's what happened there. Luck in favor of Paola, up by 4. A lot of height there from Addie Schooler.
And a little better set right there, too. I think that's what Coach Love is going to talk about is the setting has not been that great so far for the Chieftains. When they do get a proper set with good height, they're able to put it away.
Plenty of elevation room from Addie Schooler. She had that served up and set for her perfectly right where she likes it. And she was able to capitalize on it. Now a quick dump here for Ree Schmidt. Now all of a sudden, here comes Tonganoxie looking to go on a little rally. Third straight serve for Finley Ricky. In the middle, Dale is there. Light shovel from Ricky, but kept alive here for the Panthers. Middle, quick shovel near the back line. Ricky keeps it in play. And Schooler kind of caught out of position. That'll be a point towards Paola. So it's kind of caught in between of wanting to go in the air and kind of a little bit flat-footed. It's an underhand hit. Official on top of it. So 13-10, side out back to Paola. Both teams will make some substitutions here, particularly on that Paola side. Vanessa Haas, the senior, back to serve.
Paola's really getting some depth on their serves. I think that's kind of bothering the Chieftains a little bit here.
Defense on full display again for Paola. Schooler, elevation, gets another kill. So in the area, you had Thrashel. I was able to at least get a forearm under it, but not enough to get it straight back in the air. A chance for a rebound and a couple of solid kills here for Addie Schooler. She will check out back over to the bench. She's been a big part of helping our team get back within 2 here in set 2. Crawford calling off Haas there, and they will send it over. Chance here for the Chieftains, far side. Brune, it's in the net. So just not quite enough air time underneath that set. Deflect at the net, kept alive for Paola. All credit to Blackmore, got her fingertips on that one. This side to Schmidt, and again kept alive, but nobody going to answer on the rebound. It was kind of in no man's land anyways underneath the net. Or if you cross that kind of that line, that boundary, it's a net violation, perfectly placed on the rebound.
Great job in communication that time by the Chieftains.
Keeping it much closer here in the second set. Still some work to do, down by 2. And now an ace. That one kind of ate Crawford up a little bit on the flat liner. Her serve for Brune, here it is. Liner, that one goes long. So Crawford, a case of fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That one she lays off of it. I think the first one was going to go long too, but she was able to get a piece of it deflected. Led to an ace. That time she let it go.
Yeah, 4 service errors by the Chieftains in this set.
Yeah, great tip drill here for the Panthers and a block that goes long and out of play. They're used to seeing it. They're blocked at the net, and they get dumped there right on the side. It's fine. But no, not too often I can think where you get a block at the net, and it goes so far on the back line
I think
and out of play.
And Coach is going to want them to have their hands down rather than up.
Panthers back in front by 3. This one off a speaker, and that actually helped Paola. And they're going to get a kill out of it. So that one high in the air was going well towards the doors of the concession stands here inside Chieftain Arena, and it hit one of the big speakers they have hanging in the rafters. It brought it back closer to within the bounds of play, and Paola takes advantage of it.
Yep. Chieftains need a side out here. Good defense again by Paola.
Dale down to the floor for that dig. Sent over by Schmidt. Dig. Quick dump. No one's going to be able to return it. Yeah, Brune and Dale that were both sliding in. Not enough airtime underneath that volleyball. If you're the Chieftains right now, you're just thinking when it rains, it pours.
Yep. They got to stop the bleeding here. They want to get back in this thing.
Potentially closing in on another run that could put this second set away as Paola. Serve from Crawford will be sent back over by Schmidt. Set by Haas in the middle. Right to Caitlin Dale. Now Ricky wants it. A dig attempt for Haas. She's been all over the place. Chieftains will take the point at the end nonetheless. 14-18. As Loving will check in once again to the back line to serve, she goes. Line drive serve down to a knee on the dig, but brings it up is Kinsley Meinig. Play at the net and eventually shoveled back over. Ricky near side, back corner, and that's going to go out of play, and a point to the Chieftains, now back within 3.
Chieftains having a lot better luck when they get the set closer to the net.
And wisely for Kayla Dale, says that one's going to go out, so she didn't touch it. Chieftains stringing some points together here, and it looks like the Panthers will take their first time out here. Still in front by 2, 18-60, but Chieftains definitely got a rally going here. Let's see what they can do with it when we return in set 2 action on the other side here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
That timeout taken for Paola, so 1 remaining. Still 2 timeouts, all 2 timeouts remaining for the Chieftains. 18-16, set 2 definitely is played a lot closer than set 1. Panthers won it 25-15 to give them the 1-set-to-none advantage. Best of 5 match varsity duel here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. 1 of 2 volleyball matches in the regular season that we will broadcast here, as another one goes wide of the boundary for Paola. Now Tonganoxie back within 1. And the strings of serves will continue here for the junior Natalie Loving. High in the air, but playable. Set up by Thrashel. Near side, Ricky ties it up. Textbook for Finley Ricky.
Nicely done. Much better set that time. Good elevation. And she put it away.
That's got the bench back into it. This Chieftain crowd starting to get back into it. Loving to serve again, hoping to give her team the lead. Chieftains have not led since Paola crossed the 10-point mark. Short, good recovery by Ricky. Now the far side to Johnson, but it's into the net. Which is not enough elevation on those sets to get the ball over the net. So Paola will continue to hold on to this lead, back in front by 1. This is Berkeley Mining, the freshman, playing with her sister on the team, Kinsley, who's a junior. Got whistles blowing here, and it'll be a point to Tongi as a net violation called here by Paola. They're going to get called for Charlie Stanchfield on that. Nonetheless, next point will be the first to 20 here in set 2. High set, Loving calls for it. Near side to Ricky. Gets the kill and puts the Chieftains in front by 1.
Much better job this set by the Chieftains on playing offense.
Serve on the way from Craig. Crawford digs it up for Paola. No attempt sent over, and another net violation. This time it'll be against the Chieftains. And I believe they called that on Addie Schooler. $20 here on the serve from Thrashel. Ricky, light touch, but there on the great dig, and it's going to land inbounds on the other side. Cameron Wintershed.
Just a nice touch on that.
Nicely done by the junior. Making it look a lot easier than it actually is. I could say that for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Great dig, sliding out belly first and gets it over the net and onto the other side where nobody was. Paola back in front by 1. Now 2.
Miscommunication again by the Chieftains.
Coach South continuing to coach up. He's talking right at Bruin and Schooler on that front line. And now a service here for Paola. Costly side out for them. Back over to the Chieftains, and now a point away from another tie. Could be getting close to that territory where maybe we see it go beyond 25 points here in the second set. Remember, you got to win it by 2. Baldock here on the serve. Overhead hit. Loving and Dale, and eventually sent over by Baldock. Great collaborative effort there for Tonganoxie. Dale again, Baldock on the net, high set. Ricky with a light touch. But the Panthers able to send it over, and it's Schooler that's just able to swat it on the line. Tied 22-all.
That was a nice touch there by Addie Schooler. She saw the empty spot on the floor and just finessed it over there.
And not too strong to send it out of bounds. That perfect touch to keep it in play. As she has her team now tied. A point away from taking the lead. Going out of play off the hands of Baldock on the sets, and it goes into the stands. Great entertainment here in the second set. Paola back in front, 23-22.
Yeah, this has been a fun set to watch.
No doubt about it. Far side, Ricky, 23-all, coming our direction. Amanda Pitzer was the one that kept running at it, trying to make a play happen, but going too far into the stands. Substitutions, Loving will come out. In comes Reese Schmidt. Serve from Ricky. That's an ace. No.
What'd they call?
They're going to say that went out of bounds. And now set point here for the Panthers. Oh, my goodness. It was initially the official on the far side in the stanchion said point to Tongi and then corrected it to Paola. Now the Panthers at set point. Chieftains have to respond here with the point, and they do. And we will go beyond 25 points here in set 2. High drama, high stakes. And that one will go out of play. Paola ball, and I think Ashlyn Brune, she doesn't touch that one. Baldock collects up on the backside, but it's hard to perfectly know where everybody's at whole times. And
set point for the Panthers.
Yep.
Here.
Tough break there for the Chieftains. Need to respond. Good dig again by Haas, taking that in from Ricky. Crawford on the send over. Ricky, Baldock, light touch, kept alive, and it will go as a point for Charlie Crane. Back and forth we continue to go. Johnson, the latest substitution for Tonganoxie, as Baldock will come out. Back to serve as Brune. Setting it up, Johnson overhand hit, tipped at the net. Good dig from Crawford. Plenty of space for her. Now blocked at the net, and the Chieftains are at set point. Johnson on that far side got a big piece of it. And Paola will take their second and final timeout with the Chieftains on the verge of potentially tying it up at one set apiece.
Nicely done there.
Exciting finish could be building up here. Catch you on the other side when we return on Tongi Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
So the Chieftains dropped the first set, 25-15, and they have responded well here in the second set as they are on the verge of set point, 26-25. They can get this next point. We'll tie it up one set apiece going into the third. If Paola can answer, we'll be tied again and keep the second set rolling along. Not going to happen. Oh, they say it does catch the boundary. Spoke a little too soon, I did. Definitely bang, bang. If you ask any of the Tongi players, looks like no one is objecting that call. So, right one made there by the officials, and Paola is able to answer. So tied again at 26. Crawford another serve from the libero, sends it over. Right at the libero for the Chieftains and Dale. Blocked at the net, but kept alive. Somebody's got to get a hold of it, and nobody does. And a tremendous block at the net for Paola. I believe Stanfield was the one that got the big piece of that last block on the kill attempt for the Chieftains. Vanessa Haas in there too. Now the Chieftains need an answer back. Ricky light touch, and nobody's home for the Panthers.
Back and forth we go.
Woo, man. Loving serve near the back line, kept alive. Middle, light touch, out of bounds. Goes around the send over from Stanfield, and the Chieftains once again at set point here in the second set. Loving back to serve. On the way, clears the net, back line. Crawford sends it into the air. And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness, way to keep it alive. Using the sneaker, but a block goes out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. I believe Johnson was the one that got her foot on that to keep it alive. Chieftains able to send it over, but a block out of bounds will tie it again at 28. And, oh, man. I almost feel like the winner of this match should just be whoever claims the second set almost.
Yeah.
Another block at the net. Dale able to keep it alive. Now sent over by Johnson. Near side. Cross shot. Goes wide. Substitutions being made. The head coach for Paola trying to argue it was deflected by a Chieftain defender. The officials say no. That cross shot goes out of bounds. Set point once again here for Tonganoxie. Crane on the serve. Low sinking serve. Let's play to 30, shall we?
Well, we might as well.
31. At least we're thinking set right now. At least. Nobody wanting to give in here in the second set. Massive implications. Paola wins. 2-0 commanding lead. Chieftains win. 1 set apiece going into the third. Massive implications of the winner of this second set. Ricky blocked at the net. Johnson keeps it alive. Dale is there, and Ricky on the overhand hit to send it over. Loving. Now the light touch, and Schooler goes wide. Had nobody home. If it comes in into bounds another inch, it's set point Tonganoxie, but instead set point to Paola. At the net, deflected, kept alive, dumped down again, still in the air. Battle at the net. Johnson, Crawford with a great dig on the forearm hit. Sent over. My goodness. Ricky goes long. And Paola, in extra time, 31-29, wins the second set.
That one hurts.
And puts Paola in the driver's seat of winning this match. 2-0 advantage. A thriller nonetheless, but the Chieftains on the back side of it looking to respond even stronger coming up in set 3 where we return on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, They always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. So here we go, which was following up by far the most thrilling set of the night. Set 2 goes to the Panthers, 31-29, and Chieftains will start out with the first points here in set 3. And for these Chieftains, Denny, it's going to take quite a rally to win this match. Now down 2-0. That's why it was so crucial, like I mentioned towards the end there, of who was going to win that second set. Because for Tonga, if you win there, you come to the third set, and it's the winner takes the advantage, 2-1 going into the fourth, and instead it's now 2-0 advantage for Paola. But good response at least out of the gate here for the Chieftains. That's the points, and now the ace puts about an early 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, the pressure's really on the Chieftains because they've got to win 3 in a row, 3 sets in a row. Against a very tough Paola team.
Loving's been more and more involved in this match. It's the second set, and now a block at the net by Schooler. And the Chieftains open up with a rally, 3 straight points. You like to see it.
Gonna keep it going.
Nearly a second ace on this serve string for Loving. Now on the back line and not going to get back to the net. Baldock made a great effort on it, and now it's our first side out back over to Paola. Kinsley Meinig will now go back to serve. Panthers can win this match. They'll move to 3-0 on the season for the Chieftains, trying to avoid going 2-2. This is their second of 3 total varsity matches they are played here this week. As that'll go out of play into the stands, not going to come over with it. 4-1 Tonganoxie. Losing 2-1 last night to Baser Linwood. Now has their backs against the wall tonight, 2-0. The deficit to Paola as we enter the third set, and they'll be back on Thursday here at home as they host the DeSoto Wildcats, a matchup of Frontier League versus United Kansas Conference.
Service error there by the Chieftains.
And a service error answered right back to Paola as Carly Stanfield gets to the top of the net. Far side, light touch, but Ricky is there. Near side, Johnson, overhand hit, over on the far side, I should say. Chieftains trying to build on this 3-point lead. At the net, blocked, and it dangled on top of the net. Kind of defying gravity for a second, but it tipped back over, and it'll end up being a net violation and point towards Paola. Cameron Wintershed going back to serve. She's made some great plays sprinkled all throughout this match for the Panthers. Near side, deflected and goes out of bounds, and another point towards Paola. Quickly have closed the gap, now only trailing by 1. Set up for Johnson again, back line, and gets the kill with some room to spare. Ricky on another serve, line drive, eats Crawford up a little bit, but on the back line, able to recover Strachel. Schmidt blocked at the net. Impressive work there for Paola. Amanda Pitzer getting the majority of that one on the front line. Also a little help from LC Blackmore. A makeshift Chieftain student section trying to make some noise as that one comes short on the dig attempt from Caitlin Dale. That'll be an ace, and we are tied at 6. Off the top of the net. Now Paola will go in front by 1. That kill attempt from Ricky had a lot of heat on it, but could not get over the top of the net.
Yeah, too far away from the net.
Whistle here, a little time for the Chieftains to make substitutions. Kalia Baldock in, Adlin Johnson goes out. Start with the Chieftains scoring the first 3 points in this third set. Now Paola in front by 2, 8-6. Near the Chieftain bench, room for Schmidt as she clears it in to Baldock on the sendover. Back line, and it goes long. Kill attempt for Kinsley Miney, just a little bit too much on it. And Addie Schooler back into the game to libero Caitlin Dale will check out. Junior for senior on that substitution for Coach Kyle South. Crane on the serve. Crawford high in the air near the net, sets it up near side, and a great block again for the Chieftains. Schooler and Schmidt both in on that one. That send over a little wide left from Kalia Baldock.
Her offensive shots are coming way too far away from the net.
The service errors continued. Usually it's been plaguing the Chieftains the most tonight, but now in this third set, they're continuing to plague the Panthers. And for Tongi, you want to try to take advantage of those, a point away from another tie. Schooler with the light touch, and Crawford's not able to catch up to it. Nicely done on the setup, too, from Brune. Next score, the first to crack double digits, and it will be the Chieftains. Sendover goes too long on the back line. Baldock now back to serve. Chieftains must win this third set to keep their hopes of winning this match alive, down 2-0. Straight in the air on the dig from Ricky. Now send over from Schmidt, bobbled a couple of times, and an illegal underhand hit. Going to be called here on the Panthers as Haley Crawford will go to try to plead with the far side official as to what exactly was the issue there. Gets her answer, and parties will both ways. 11-9 Chieftains. Baldock another serve on the way. Last second in the air set from Thrashel. Far side, Brune overhand hit, good dig. Over on the other side, that was Thrashel again, and another point to the Chieftains, and Paola is going to take a timeout here. 12-9 Chieftains, a 3-point lead here in set number 3. You're watching Chieftain Volleyball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
So far, this third set has belonged to the Chieftains. 3-point lead, 12-9. Dropped the first set to the Panthers 25-15, and the second set 31-29. Gotta win this third set here as Paola is able to squeak that one over the net. Chieftains not able to return it. Panthers now in double digits here in the third set. A little sleepy over there, Denny.
Yeah, it's been one of those days, partner.
Yep. Ricky comes soaring in, but able to eat it up on the dig on the other side. It's Strashel. She's had a match for the Panthers, and back in front by 3 go the Chieftains. It's a busy week for you and I here tonight. Tomorrow night over on our Johnson County channel, Johnson County Sports Live, women's volleyball over there. Cavaliers in league play against the Labette Cardinals. And off Thursday night, get to enjoy what should be a great Thursday night football game. Commanders and Packers. And then Friday, week 2 football on the road at Spring Hill. Matchup with the Chieftains and the Broncos, a pair of 1-0 teams in the Frontier League. Should be a fun one. Maroon and another good dig again.
Great dig.
Overhand hit, but kept alive by Baldock. See who they set it up for. They did set it up for Kinsley Meinig, but Dale able to keep it alive. Now overhand hit too low from Ricky. And after a pretty good rally there, it ends in a point for Paola. Brings it back to 2. Kinsley Meinig on the serve right at Dale. Near side, Ricky gets a little heat behind it, but sends it too long. Second straight serve on the way from Meinig. Again, right at Dale in the middle of the backside. Schooler overhand hit, dug up by Haas. Far side they go. Thrashel. Quick dump over Baldock. Paola ready for it. Near side. Gets by the 2 defenders, and Ricky and Schooler. Don't see that all too often when those 2 go up to block a shot. And just like that, Denny tied at 13.
Yeah, that was just a nice kill shot by Paola that time. Split the hands of the defenders.
Chieftains looking to retake the lead. Ricky on that back line. Did it get enough? No, it goes long. Coach South trying to plead that it was deflected, and the officials both shake their head and say nay.
No instant replay.
He kind of took a glance up to us as like, can we? Don't have that ability quite yet. But the Chieftains able to respond quickly and tie it up again at 14, courtesy of Finley Ricky. Dale back to serve, 14 all here in the third set. Near the net, just bumps it over, and Chieftains caught in a little bit too close. And that puts Paola back in front by 1.
Nobody deep to defend that.
Big third set here. Panthers win. They win the match in a clean sweep. Chieftains win, forces it to a fourth set. Still plenty of work to be done here for the Chieftains to try to come from behind and win this match. And a great block in the net. Ricky and Schooler getting a good piece of it.
Yeah, they timed their jump really well there.
Goes on the back line. Room from Crawford. Sends it back near the middle and a send over from Haas. Again, trying to just tuck it in that line, and it goes long. Misplay there for the Chieftains, and Charlie Crane just could not get the right touch on it. Just a little bit too much.
Too much of an angle.
Trying to make something out of nothing on that play. Panthers back in front by one. Serve on the way to Dale on the back line. Far side, Ricky overhand hit. That'll go too long as well, but was it deflected? No. I saw the official on that far left back corner was kind of waving the flag. Thought maybe trying to make an indication to say it was deflected or not, but not quite sure what that was about. Now the Panthers with a 2-point advantage. Ricky near side, able to get it past the forearm of Wintershed.
That's tough to do because Wintershed's made some nice digs in this game so far.
That's just been one of the many stellar defensive performances over on that Paola side, if you ask me.
Yep.
Chieftains back within a point reach of a tie. Great dig from Dale, high in the air, sets it up near side to Schmidt, but right at Crawford. Scramble drill done nicely here for the Chieftains on the send over from Dale. Deflected at the net. Dale a little caught off guard, or momentum taking her left. She needed to go right. Nobody home for the Chieftains. It's 18-16 Paola. Paola 1 timeout remaining. Tongi still with 2. Brown, the setter, sets it up. One-hand shovel over from Schmidt, but kept alive by Crawford. Run again on the set from the back line. Ricky, but she goes too long. But I think for Finley Ricky, we usually see her more comfortable on that front line. Kind of those cross-shot angles on the kills when she's coming from the back line. Having a hard time trying to kind of time up her strength of what she needs to get behind it. Another one goes long. 19-16, Paola back in front by 3. Win this set, they win the match. Be back after this. You're watching Chieftain Volleyball on Tongi Sports Live.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptssolutionsks.com for more information.
Chieftains trying to fight hard here in the third set. Now down by 3. Chieftains were at 1 point up by 3 to start this third set. As a service here, we'll side it back out over to the Chieftains, now down 2. And it looks like it will be Charlie Crane. It's who it will be to go back and serve for the Chieftains. The libero Dale gets checked out. Oh, sinking serve just gets over the net, but handled nicely and sent over by Kinsley Meinig. Near the net, Brun sets it up for Schmidt, right at Crawford. And a good block at the net by Schooler. Chieftains back within a point. A matchup that could have potential Frontier League champion implications when it all comes to an end in October. And a good kill as it just gets by on the back line of Ricky. Not able to make anything happen with it, and Paola now what they can maintain this 2-point margin. They'll be 5 points away from beating the Chieftains in 3 straight sets.
Chieftains need a side out bad.
Chieftains had only lost 2 sets in their first 3 matches coming into tonight. They're already down 2-0. Looking to avoid being swept for the first time in 2025. There's a block in the net, will go out of bounds, and a point side out to Tonganoxie. One deflected off of Baldock and out of play. 21-19 Paola. Both teams with just 1 timeout remaining. Serving is Haas, but she goes to the back line. On the way, down to a knee, but digging it up is Ricky. Set up on the far side to Schmidt. Great dig on the other end. Again, it's Haas that hits the deck for the Panthers. Tremendous defensive effort tonight for Paola. Near the net, kind of bang-bang play, and that's as easy of a kill as you will get if you're Reese Schmidt. And that brings some juice back to this Chieftain bench. Loving in, Schmidt out. Loving again back to serve. Their team down by 1. Trying to tie it up here in the 3rd set. Set up. Ricky shoves it over, but there, keep it alive, Thrashel. Dale, Ricky blocked at the net, but not going to be returned. And in set number 3, we are tied at 21. Could we see a potential repeat of the 31-29 finish in set number 2?
Getting treated to a lot of good volleyball tonight, partner.
Another play close to the net. This time Paola able to keep it alive. Mine came out of nowhere to dig that one back up. Ricky, head of steam, but goes long. Back to a 1-point advantage for Paola. Meinig on the serve. Ricky is there. Dale sets it up. Ricky will just shove it over with both hands. Didn't quite get the set she'd like. Great dig from Natalie Loving, keeping that one alive. Ricky on the overhand hit. Near the net, tipped over. Oh my goodness.
What a save by Paola.
Kinsley Meinig kept that one alive. Crawford on the send over. Schooler blocked at the net. Oh my goodness. Dump over. Panthers ready. And it goes a point to the Panthers. And it just seems tonight, Denny, when those kind of long rallies go, it seems like the Panthers have just been able to get the points off of those more often than not.
Yeah, that seems to be the case tonight, partner.
Now 2 away from winning this match in 3 straight sets. Kinsley Meinig on to serve. Overhand hit and rough shot on the one hand. Oh, mental error from Vanessa Haas, and the Chieftains will gladly take that. What a finish we could be in for here. Dale on the serve, trying to tie it up. Quick dump. Meinig there. Haas. Near side. Thrasher blocked at the net. And that gets this crowd up and off their feet.
Great side out there by the Chieftains.
Dale, another serve. Next point is either set or match point, and it will be match point in favor of Paola. And now the Chieftains need to dig in here. Near the gym, everyone trying to stomp along, rally this team. Set at the net, dumped over, quickly returned. Baldock again to Ricky, blocked, and it falls to the ground. And once again, 25 is not going to be enough. As advertised, two of the premier teams in the Frontier League been doing battle. Lands in the zone, and now the Chieftains back at set point. And a timeout taken here by Paola. We'll take it with them. 25-24 Chieftains at set point when we return.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets.
Again, quickly out of the timeout, both teams say, forget the 60-second timeout. And a play at the net, and it'll be in favor of Tonganoxie. And they take set three, 26-24. And that puts the Chieftains on the board this evening for a set win. We go to a fourth set. Coming up out of the timeout.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Rask gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Well, not calling it a night just quite yet. Head to a 4th set here on Tongi Sports Live, our opening volleyball duel of the fall 2025 season. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan, and Paola still 2-1 lead. They won the first 2 sets 25-15 and 31-29. Chieftains able to close out the 3rd set 26-24, a much needed one to keep their hopes alive of, well, potentially even winning this match. We still got to win this 4th set, then we'll take it to a decisive 5th set where we'll play to 15 points if we get that far. But, you know, great effort shown nonetheless for the Chieftains squad. They going down 2-0, and even then at portions of that 3rd set where Paola looked like they could be closing it out, it could be really easy to just kind of call it a night and, you know, move on to your next home match coming up on Thursday. But this Chieftain team, they're still out there fighting.
Yeah, no question. They got an uphill battle here, but they can do it.
Let's see what we can do. And Chieftains, again, will claim the first point of the set. This happened more often than not so far this evening. Ball knocked back to serve for the Chieftains, going out of play. Great effort to keep it back in play as Meinig sends it over. Quick dump from Bolnock, and nobody is home. Heads up awareness there from the turning senior Kalia Bolnock.
Chieftains can squeak this one out. It's anybody's match.
Mm-hmm. That's all they're trying to do, take it to that decisive 5th set and let the chips fall where they may. Not that Paola has anything to say about it, of course. But
just a good kill by Paola there.
No doubt. This has been a fun match to watch here. And a matchup that was billed as two of the teams that could threaten Spring Hill as far as knocking them off their throne of the reigning defending Frontier League champions.
Paola's already done their part.
Mm-hmm. Already beat the Broncos in 4 sets to open up the season at Spring Hill. Now looking to do it here again on the road against Tonganoxie. Good job. Baldock able to send it back over. Stanchfield, Johnny on the spot, kept it alive for Paola. Now Chieftains a chance on the send over. Schmidt, a good dig by Crawford near the net. It goes out of bounds. Oh, it'll be a point to Tongi. I was trying to wait and see how they were going to call that one, and you see Crawford going to the official saying that one of their frontline defenders deflected it, which in that case would be Paola point. But again, no cameras down the line, no instant replay. We go with what we see on the floor, and 3-1 advantage for Tongi. Loving back to serve. Schooler with the light touch, and again, Crawford can't catch up to it. A hot start here to the 4th set for Tonganoxie in front by 3. Into the back line, Loving as he will send it over, dug by Meidig, and now sets it up to her sister on the other side, Kinsley. It was Berkeley on the dig, and Kinsley collects the kill. Schooler gets everything behind that one, and a great setup that time.
That was a good set that time. You're right, partner. Right at the net. Schooler puts it away.
You could tell when these frontline hitters for these Chieftains, when they get a set they really like, they've been able to capitalize on it all night long. Some sets have been a little too high or a little off points, but that one was set up perfectly for Addie Schooler. No chance at a dig attempt and a response from Paola. Now Ricky's going to collect one here with the right hand.
Chieftains off to a good start. You need to keep it going here.
Great dig, diving down the floor, Loving. Bruin on the sin, but kept alive. Quick dump. And a piece of it was Crane as Ricky sent it back over. Now to the far side, deflected on the back line, and that'll be a point for Paola. Still have the feeling this could be anybody's match. Still obviously in favor of Paola with the 2-1 lead, but the way the things kind of shifted momentum-wise in that third set so far here in the fourth with the Chieftains holding serve at 3. We'll see what can happen. Now a net violation on the Panthers. A little too aggressive trying to make a play on that ball as it was right in 50-50 range. Panthers have been not afraid tonight to talk with the officials as to get some extra clarifications on the call that was made. That time Vanessa Haas was the one to talk to the official over at his tower. 7-3, back to a 4-point lead for the Chieftains on the serve here from Bruin. That one goes off the hands of Kinsley Maine. Got to play. Yeah, we talked going into that third set. We talked about, and rightfully so, all the pressure being on the Chieftains, Denny. And now they've won that third set, stretched the advantage up to 5 here so far in the fourth. And don't you kind of start to feel now with every point the Chieftains get, that more and more pressure starts to shift over to Paola?
Yeah, no question.
A little bit. Another great dig from Loving. Ricky deflected, try again, but Crawford keeps it in the air. Deflected on the front, and Bruin not able to get underneath it enough for a chance to send it back over. Paola looking to go on a run here, try to close this gap. But a service error. Service error from Berkeley Mining brings Cameron Wintershed back into the game. And for Tongi, Natalie Loving will check out and Reese Schmidt will check back in. Finley Ricky going back to serve. Right near the line, and it just goes out of play.
That was close.
Another close play indeed. Ricky diving out, but not enough to bring it back in line. Now here come the Panthers starting to close this gap a little bit. 9-6 here in this fourth set. Hand hit from Ricky right at Crawford. The net kept alive again. Now the whistle's going to come in, and it's going to say underhand hit. Charge to Elsie Blackmore. Trying to say that it was her forearm that got underneath it, not her hand, but Paola players and coaches starting to get a little more vocal here in this fourth set to the officials. 10-6 advantage for the Chieftains. Ricky Shovels it over right at Crawford. Meinig on the far side, knocked in the air and out of play into the stands near our way. Crawford back to serve. Return right back over the net. Dale is there. Schooler with some elevation, but not enough. Nice touch, but again, Panthers are there. Kinsley Meinig sends over, blocked at the net. Schooler and Johnson, and Panthers not going to be able to return it. The way this match has just kind of been flipped on its head from the later parts of that third set, now here into the fourth. Chieftains continue to keep a hold of that momentum and keep the Panthers at bay. Good job by Dale. Quick reflexes to get it back over. Blocked again at the net. Schooler and company. Chieftains right now playing like a team that wants to take it to a decisive set number 5.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot more passion right now than the Panthers.
Blocked again at the net, but goes out of bounds. Time it was Reese Schmidt that got a big piece of that one. Schooler overhand hit, kept alive. Just when you think Tongi's going to start pulling away, the Panthers claw their way back, still within manageable striking range, 12-9.
That unforced error will hurt a little bit.
Serve from Haas. Broody sends it into the air. Now Finley Ricky on the send over, dug up by Crawford. Shovel over. Bulldog catches him off guard once again. It's got to be tricky to do that. You keep one eye on the ball in the air and knowing if you're going to set it in the air, who you're going to set it to, and one eye over on the other side of the net to see the defender saying, hey, there's a gap in the middle. Let me get this little quick dump over. I just cannot imagine doing all that in
she's done that a
real
few
time.
times in
Yeah,
this match.
Done it pretty effectively too. More often than not, it's led to a point for the Chieftains, as that one will too. The return not going to be sent back over. It goes under the net, and may we potentially see a timeout going to be taken here by Paola. Does not look like it. Head coach Marie Palmer is going to let the team continue to play it out here. Yeah, blocked at the nets. Addie Schooler says access denied. Five-point lead for the Chieftains, goes back down to 4. Dig attempt a little bit flat from Dale. Panthers again, side out, will look to string together some points. Everything behind that from Finley Ricky.
That was a good set. She was able to use her full height and really get some velocity on that kill. Too hot to handle.
Mm-hmm. Back in front by 5. That one blocked at the net. The kill attempt from Crane.
I think it was a net violation.
That was, yes. Point to the Chieftains, and the near side official saying she saw the net violation happen. And now, Coach Palmer and Paola will take that first timeout. Who would have saw this?
Yeah.
After the end of the second set, Chieftains 17-11 to lead here in set 4, trying to force a decisive 5th set. As we'll be back in 30 seconds on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Well, we said it going back to break, but if you were a Paola fan, I don't think you would have thought, after going up 2-0 that you would have been having to worry about being down 6 points here in the 4th set. But nonetheless, here we are. Chieftains potentially on the verge, 8 points away. Now 7 points away from taking it to a decisive 5th set. And Denny, you look back on the games we've done here on Tonganoxie Sports Live throughout the years, we've never had a volleyball match go to a 5th set, ever.
Well, maybe tonight will be the night. Probably.
Usually the vast majority of them have ended in 3 straight sets, and been fortunate to see a lot of those go the way of the Chieftains.
Yeah, service ace right there.
Yes.
See the confidence of the Chieftain players going up and the pressure getting to the Panthers a little bit.
The pressure has gradually shifted. Another quick dump over for Kalia Baldock, and the Chieftains are at 20. This is giving me like Ravens-Bills Sunday Night Football vibes here. Chieftains playing the part of Josh Allen and the Bills, trying to make this would be a pretty spectacular comeback. 5 points away from going to set 5. Bruni sent over, kept alive. And that will side out to the Panthers, a much needed one in their case. Coach South continuing to talk with the near side official, asking, talking to her about something. All right. And now a service ace for the Panthers. That serves has eaten up the talent. Natalie Love a little bit too much. Baldock, good effort, but it's still going to end, and not going to be able to send it back over are the Chieftains. And now Coach South will take a quick timeout here as he has seen the writings on the wall. The Panthers trying to make their way back into this match, 20-14 here in the 4th set. We'll keep it here as we will continue to flip back over again, folks. Here's a look at what we have coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live all throughout this week and next. You got football for the next 2 straight broadcasts, this Friday and next Friday. This Friday on the road at Spring Hill. The Chieftains take on the Broncos. Both teams 1-0 in Frontier League play, and then back home next week for the homecoming game against Lansing, and then Chieftains soccer on Tuesday, September 25th, or then be Thursday, September 25th, here at home against the Ottawa Cyclones. We have been treated to a dandy of a volleyball match here this evening. I'll tell you what.
That's a good dig there by Paola.
That one will go awry, so now you'll see the Panther fans and faithful start to get a little rowdy here, trying to rally behind their team. Looking to claw back into this fourth set.
Chieftains need a side out.
I've almost cut it down to in half. They're down by nearly 10, or back within 5. Baldock will set it up far side. Ricky a little out of position, and it goes out of bounds. So there's again the adage that we've been talking about with some of the struggles on offense for the Chieftains, especially in those first 2 sets where the setters kind of set the ball a little bit out of position for the attacking players, kind of out of their zone, and that was another example of it right there. Blocked at the net, but not going to be returned. It goes as a kill, Ellen Trashel.
Another tight one.
And just when we were talking about going to a 5th set, the Panthers say, not so fast, my friend. And that was service ace. A shout out to the great Lee Corso there. They all got it. Ooh, man. Turn after turn after turn. Chieftains desperately need a side out. Dump over. Baldock with the forearm gets it back. Haas sets it up. Far side. Thrashel loving on the dig. Baldock shoves it over. Whistles blow and a double hit. A violation against the Chieftains. Point to the Panthers, and they are back within 1, Denny.
Yeah, they made quite a run here, partner.
It was 20-12 at this point. 7 unanswered for the Panthers. 1 away from tying. Dump over. Baldock with the forearm. Goes wide. Loving keeps it in. Back towards the center. Brody sends it over. And it lands on the line. And should be a point to the Chieftains, and it will be. Oh, my goodness.
Chieftains needed that side out in the worst way. Now let's see if they can close this.
Well, I had to wait a second because the far side official said Paola, or to the Chieftains, and the near side official said point to the Panthers. And now a service error here for the Chieftains.
That's just what you didn't want to do.
Panthers 1 point away, again from tying. Chieftains trying to deny him, and it's not going to happen there. We are tied here in the 4th set at 21-all. And a contender for volleyball match of the greatest volleyball match of all time, potentially here on Tongi Sports Live. Had all the signs of the Chieftains with the momentum, possibly going to a 5th set. Still possible, but Paola's going to make it more of a ball game here. As that block will go out of bounds, back in front by 1, go the Chieftains. Again, it was 20-12. That timeout taken for Paola. All the momentum on the side of the Chieftains, and eyes looking towards forcing that decisive 5th set. Panthers were able to storm back and have made it a ball game since. Chieftains back in front by 1 on the side out. Deflected. Ricky going down and a little awkwardly goes down on the floor. Gets up okay. And we are tied once again. Again, outside of the first set, that was the real outlier. 25-15 Paola win. Every other set in between has gone above 25. Could be shaping up for that to happen here in set number 4. And that does stay in. Chieftain points. Here's side, blocked at the net. Reese Schmidt gets another one. And the Chieftains have arrived at set point. Second and final timeout taken by Paola. Chieftains a point away from forcing a fifth set. We'll see if they can do it on the other side here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
And not many people in this gym would have thought by the time that second set ended 31-29 in favor of Paola that we'd be here and making it this deep into a fourth set, let alone the Chieftains at set point for forcing a decisive fifth set. Service on the way, but it goes wide. A service error. And the Panthers still need a point here. They at least tie it up at 24 to force us to go beyond that 25 mark once again for the third straight set. Crawford on the serve right at Ricky. She handles it well. Bruni sets it up near side, dump over, and it will go for Reese Schmidt. And we will go to that fifth and final set, Denny.
Wow. What a match.
Chieftains take it in the fourth, 25-23, and we will play to 15. Coming up here in the fifth set. Winner take all next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna...
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website, msa.bank.com.
Here we go, opening serve, 5th and final set here. Panthers and Chieftains, winner take all. Bruni sends it back over. And Paola will strike first here in the 5th set. So how did we get here? Panthers won the first 2 sets, 25-15 and then 31-29. Chieftains would then take the next 2, 26-24 and then 25-23. And Denny, here we go. There's always a first time for everything, right? Our first volleyball broadcast to go to 5 sets here on Tongan Sports Live ever.
It's been a treat.
And the Panthers will start in front early here, 2-0. Chieftains trying to appeal that it was deflected. And that is not going to be the case. And Panthers trying to hold on to win, keep the perfect record to start the year at 3-0. Chieftains trying to bounce back after dropping a varsity matchup last night at Pacer Linwood. Currently at 2-1 on the year. And a matchup where the winner can hopefully go on and help their case of maybe winning the Frontier League title come mid to late October. Who knows? Natalie Loving back into the match for the Chieftains. Her team down 1, looking to tie.
You got to figure either or team here, either one's going to have a lot to say in that outcome of who wins the
Oh, no doubt.
Who wins the league.
Great
Nice
dig by Loving. She has been phenomenal. And it's going to lead in a point for the Chieftains. And we are tied at 2, and you can circle that moment.
Yeah.
Great dive-out dig from Natalie Loving.
Yeah, she did a great job there. And then when you can come away with the point, it's just even sweeter.
Oh, no doubt. Next point breaks this 2-2 tie. Best of 15 we play in this 5th and decisive set. Dump over, dig into the net, but still kept alive. Eventually sent over by Stanchfield. Great effort from Haas to keep it alive. Now Loving to send it back over. There's Crawford. Bruni, overhand hit, deflected by Crawford, and it lands. Chieftains retake the lead 3-2.
Well, like we talked about at the break, partner, you got to figure in this 5th and final set, the nerves have got to have switched over to the Paola Panthers.
No doubt. I think ever since from about the little under the halfway mark of the 4th set, you could really start to see it through the body language. Oh, kept alive with the feet and then dumped back over. That was again Natalie Loving, but into the net it goes on the far side. The kill attempt from Ashlyn Bruni. Man, both teams just putting forward tremendous effort. Seen a couple of times the Chieftains keep a possession alive, tapping it with the foot. Now Baldock short on the dump over attempt, and Paola back in front 1.
Yeah, that's worked for her several times throughout this match. Just a little short that time.
Just gets over the top of the net, avoids the service error. Near side, Ricky deflected off a defender, dumped by Schooler, still somehow kept alive. This Paola defense has been phenomenal. Ricky, cross shot, deflected in the air, chasing after it, and it goes into the stands. Point towards Tonganoxie. Ella Thrashel chased it as far as she could, but it went almost halfway up the stands at about the halfway mark of the H in the middle portion of the bleachers.
And just like that, we're tied again, partner.
I had $1 for every time we were tied in this match.
Oh, yeah.
Dale on the serve for Tongi. Ricky, cross shot, blocked, deflected by Bruni, and not going to be able to get back over the net.
That's just good defense that time by
No
Paola.
doubt. That side out, back to Paola in front by 1. Once again, another block at the net. Defense being staunchy here for Paola, but not going to be able to block that one from Ashlyn Bruni. High drama, high action all throughout this match. Far side, cross shot is good for Ellen Thrashel. As 2 substitutions to be made here for Paola. Lily Shea and Cameron Wintershed will check in. Wintershed back to serve. Shea has not seen very many minutes of this match here tonight, but going to this 5th set, Coach Palmer likely to go with some fresher legs off the bench perhaps.
Oh, nice save there by Paola. Wow.
Crawford just got a forearm underneath it, sent back over by Bruni. Dale on the dig, Bruni on the set, Johnson. And it's still kept alive. Meinig, overhand hit. Ricky will just send it over. Chieftains regroup on defense, ready to defend at the net and not going to be able to get it over. Blackmore a little off on that shot, just not enough touch to get it over. And we're tied once again, say it with me folks, here at 6.
Yeah, in those first 2 sets, we seemed to see those long rallies go Paola's way, but here in the final set so far, they're going the Chieftains' way. Need to keep that going.
Bruni sets it up for Crane, blocked again by Paola. Ellen Thrashel. We just keep going up by increments of 1 point lead tie, 1 point lead tie. By that thing, if it keeps pace, this 5th set's never going to end. And that one goes long. A little too much mustard on that from Reese Schmidt. Serve, and it's a service error. Goes out of the line. Ellen Thrashel has had a phenomenal game for Paola all throughout this match here this evening, but that service error sides it back out to the Chieftains.
That might be a little bit of the nerve showing right there. Pressure.
Grand hit. Gonna get through the defenders. Berkeley Mining, the freshman, get behind all of that one. That front line defense of the Chieftains not able to keep it. You can hear the "she's a freshman" chant starting to ring out from that makeshift Paola student section. Here's side, and that's a point for the Chieftains. That time it got through for Schmidt. Deflected out of bounds.
That was a good high set right there, too, and she was able to kill it.
Sent over by Baldock on the serve. Meinig to Meinig, but kept alive. Baldock. Dale sets it up. Once again, Schmidt way out of bounds. And Paola, the first to double digits here in the fifth set. 10-8, a 2-point lead. Again, we played to 15 here in the fifth set. Paola won the first 2 sets of the night. Tongi responded by winning the third and fourth. Ricky Baldock Schooler on the shove at the line. That time it tucks in. A couple of times tonight we've seen her try to do that little, just shove it over the net on that side where it's been empty for Paola, and a couple of times it's gone on the opposite side, the out-of-bounds side of that line. That time able to keep it in. Side out, back to serve, Natalie Loving. Dale not able to get a forearm under it. Serve on the way with a 2-point lead, and it just clips the back line. And a massive ace there for Paola. Timeout, Tonganoxie. Just when you think you've seen it all in this match. 12-9, Panthers continue to hold on to this lead. Decisive fifth set.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
So far, nobody has wanted to go home early in this match. Chieftains have battled back to force this fifth set. They find themselves down 3, 12-9. Paola with the ball. Kinsley Meinig on the serve right at Finley. Ricky Baldock setting it up for her. Finley's killed, dug up nicely for Crawford, but it goes too wide right near the scorer's table, and a big side out for Tongi as they now have reached double figures here in the fifth set.
See if the Chieftains can make a little run here.
Dale back to serve. Right at 2 Paola players, joined hip by hip nearly, and a hit into the net for Thrashel. One of the few errors she has made this evening. And that's a costly one, brings the Chieftains back within 1. Another serve for Dale. Point away from her team tying. Thrashel blocked at the net. Out of bounds it goes. Man, those are some of those bang-bang plays in this sport, I'll tell you. Big 1-point swing puts Paola back up by 2. Point away from match set. Match point, I should say. Bruni sends it over on the light touch. Trying to catch the defense off guard, and they do. Elsie Blackmore. And the Panthers have arrived at match point. Not the first time in this match they've been here, but Chieftains have been able to rally and force it all the way to this point. And Coach Kyle South will take his third and final timeout. Give his team a little extra time to talk this one over as we ask everyone to hang around at the conclusion of this match for our Brothers Market post-game show. We have our thoughts and analysis from this match, preview the next broadcast coming up this Friday night, football on the road at Spring Hill. All that more coming up in just a few moments in the Brothers Market postgame show. Regardless how this one ends, it's been a dandy of a match to broadcast and to watch. Paola on the verge of winning. Let's see if the Chieftains can keep it running just a little longer. Ricky shoves, and it's too long. And Paola took a little longer than expected for them, I'm sure, but they come out victorious. 15-11, they take it in the fifth set.
A lot of kudos for these Lady Chieftains who are coming back from a 2-set-to-none deficit.
Oh, no doubt about it.
A fifth set, and they were in it all the way.
And a team that you got beat by 10 in the first set, 25-15. You battled hard in the second set, went well above the 25-point mark, and it was 31-29 the final in that second set. And, it ended, and all the momentum was on the side of Paola. You're up 2-0. That basically puts you, well within the driver's seat of winning this match. Chieftains responded, though. They win the third, 26-24, in the fourth, 25-23, and they took it all the way to the fifth and final set. And to me, it's a good show of the guts and the drive and the grit that this team has. Just their fourth match into the season and going the distance in 5 sets here at home to a team in the league, in the Frontier League, that I think they've now beaten Tonganoxie on the road. They've beaten Spring Hill on the road. Yeah. Right now, I think you got to say they're the favorites to win the league again this year, I think.
Yeah, no question about it, partner. Yeah, when you go on the road and beat your league rivals, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so we'll see. There's still plenty of weeks to be played, plenty of season to be played out here. But for Paola, it's been, can't ask for a much more well-earned 3-0 start than they have had. 2 of those wins coming against tough opponents in the Frontier League with Spring Hill and Tonganoxie. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains, this week you've dropped back-to-back matches. One last night against Baser Linwood, now here tonight against Paola. So that record now at 2-2. They will be back here at home this Thursday night. They will host the DeSoto Wildcats in a, not necessarily a must-win match, but they would definitely love to get back on the right side of things, pick up a win there, and really get things moving back in some good momentum for this Chieftain squad. That's going to do it for us tonight here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. I want to thank you all for joining along with us here tonight. Again, hands down, probably the most fun and most dramatic down-to-the-wire volleyball match we've done in many years. We've been here now for Tonganoxie Sports Live. Again, Paola comes out victorious 3-2. They win it 15-11 in the fifth and decisive set of this match. We'll be back on Friday. Pre-game coverage going to start just a little before 6:30. Coming up this Friday night as we'll be live broadcasting from Spring Hill High School. A matchup of 2 teams in the Frontier League. Denny went 1-0 in the opening week. Tongi defeating Lewisburg 20-14. Spring Hill defeating Bonner Springs 47-7. Wow. We know Bonner Springs not one of the teams that's probably going to be finishing last in the league. Not very great this year, but for the Broncos, all the hype has been with their new head coach, Missouri football head coach, Hall of Famer Fred Bouchard, and over 250 career wins, 30-plus years of coaching, and he's now at Spring Hill, and they got off to a good start, but I think the real test for both these teams is going to come this Friday. Should be a fun matchup in Spring Hill.
Should be, yeah. It usually is a good one when they get together, but it's Spring Hill's got a good squad, but Tonganoxie flying high after that opening week win.
No doubt about it. We'll see how that matchup works out again. Pre-game coverage starting at around 6:25, and kickoff will be just after the 7 o'clock hour right here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Take care, everybody. We will see you on Friday live from Spring Hill.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at Varsity